Blueprint for Spiritual Growth and Success. Hi, I'm Raymond Posh, and I'm the founder of LiveYourSuccess.com, and I'm a lover of life. And also today I'm excited to be bringing this training video to you. I studied a lot of personal development topics and explored spirituality in depth, both over many years. And I applied what I learned to both my personal life and my work and career. I went from being nervous, stressed, and having mediocre work results to being much more self-confident, better in my relationships, and producing noticeably better results in my career as an IT project manager. Then I discovered the 7 spiritual choices and other techniques for living more consciously, and I applied them diligently in my own life. My happiness, peace of mind, and results in my personal life and work, including financially, took even bigger jumps upward. I have become a lover of life. In this blueprint, I will share with you the techniques I learned and use. You too can apply these techniques and achieve the spiritual growth and success you desire. What is spiritual growth? Well, many practitioners and students of spiritual growth focus pretty much totally on meditation. But I would define spiritual growth as being about growth in consciousness. In other words, becoming more aware of yourself, especially your inner self, your relationships with the world, and your connection with the universe or God. When you grow spiritually, you experience greater peace, greater presence in each moment that unfolds, and greater joy in life. You can also come to know God directly. And what is spiritual success? I use the term spiritual success to mean practical success that comes from spiritual growth. It comes from becoming more aware of yourself and the world around you. And the more aware you become, the more effective and successful you will tend to be. Simply put, becoming more aware, more conscious, changes your relationship to the world in a very positive way. With true spiritual growth, you also become more aligned with the divine, with love and beauty, and with the whole of life. When you grow spiritually, you make a positive difference in the world just from the way you are in the world. Now, this quote is one that I like. You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you. None can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. Now, I'm not actually familiar with the Swami who this quote comes from, but I agree with the quote, and I would put it this way. You must begin by going within, choosing to grow spiritually, and holding true to that intention. My blueprint for spiritual growth and success focuses on 8 techniques. These techniques are techniques that some of which I've discovered and some of which are widely known, but these have made a huge difference in my own life. Conscious choice making. That is consciously choosing what you want as moments of decision come up in your life. So it is, I would call it a practice, a spiritual practice that you make habit and use continuously throughout your life. 7 spiritual choices. Now, this is a practice of engaging consciously in 7 key areas of spiritual being. And when you do this practice and make it a habit, it allows you to become more conscious more of the time. And this is a practice that I have discovered and developed for myself. Meditation is a practice that helps you focus, quiet your mind, and become more in touch with your higher self and the divine. Intuition and the path with heart. Now, these are 2 different practices. They're very closely related, but they help you open to and receive divine guidance. The path of joy. It lets you enjoy life even when you are struggling. This is a practice of choosing joy all the time. Knowing your purpose. When you know your purpose, it gives you clarity and focus. So it's a very good practice to know, and a part of what I call the technique is actually helping you learn to know your purpose if you don't already. Conscious co-creation. Now, this is a practice or technique that allows you to manifest even bigger spiritual success. And the last one is a big one, choosing to awaken. It helps you connect with your higher self and grow consciously and gain critical spiritual insights in incremental steps. So I will, in the remainder of this, I will cover each of these techniques in more detail, and you will gain greater perspective and understanding of what these mean. Conscious choice making. A choice is a decision and intention. The intention requires conscious attention to the choice and ideally a commitment to making it happen. I often think of conscious choice making as the power of choosing. Choosing in this manner helps you become more aware of the choice, the context in which it is being made, your options, and the actions you can take. Practicing conscious choice making becomes living consciously when you make it a habit. It is a great way to live your life because it expands your world. You can appreciate life more, be more effective in relationships, and get more out of life. You can see and understand more about yourself, other people, and the world in general. And when you learn to live more consciously using this technique, you open yourself to new perspectives from which you see options that you cannot see before. 7 spiritual choices. Now, I discovered 7 spiritual choices, about 10 years ago. It came to me on my morning walk, and it came as an inspiration to develop 7 spiritual choices. And I did. Those came to me within a day or two. And since that time, I practiced them, and these in particular have had a big, big influence on me. The 7 spiritual choices are: 1, the choice of life, and that is choosing to be engaged in life moment by moment. 2, the choice of awareness, expanding your awareness within or inside of you and without, which is in your body and its surrounding environment. 3, the choice of freedom, choosing to experience freedom from limitations. 4, the choice of love, which is shifting into higher states of awareness through love. 5, the choice of expression and creation. And this is all about engaging in life or the interaction with the world around you. And this actually involves a number of different choices about how you live your life, i.e., how you interact with the grand unfolding of life day by day and moment by moment. Number 6, the choice of knowing, opening to intuition, inspiration, and divine knowing. And the 7th choice is the choice of wholeness, choosing to be one with the whole of existence and part of a much greater and grander self. Meditation. Meditation is a great practice because it helps you focus, get quiet, and connect with your higher self and the divine. There are many, many forms of meditation, and for this, I will focus on a half dozen that I recommend. The first is following your breath. You get quiet and follow your breath, the cycle of your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And when you focus on anything, it quiets the mind and lets you gain greater peace. So the first is following the breath. It is probably the most common form of meditation. The second is chanting Om, especially out loud to feel the physical vibration in your body. Then going into an alpha state can be a form of meditation and usually focus on one thing when you do that. And you can go into an alpha state very quickly by choosing to be filled with pure potentiality. Contemplation of a spiritual topic or choice while you are in the alpha state. Going into theta state, and you can do that by listening to an audio recording of brain entrainment to the theta state, or you can do it by simply rolling your eyes upward or imagining doing that, and bingo, you go right to the theta state. Contemplation of a spiritual topic or choice while you are in the theta state. And finally, meditation on presence, and doing that in either the alpha or theta state. Intuition and the path with heart. Intuition is opening to guidance from your higher self or the divine and allowing it to come to you as awareness or inner knowing. It is knowing in pure consciousness, not thoughts in your mind. The path with heart is a slightly different technique closely related to intuition, and it refers to tapping into your inner knowing by feeling what your heart tells you about a possible choice. A good feeling in your heart is a yes to the choice. A bad feeling is a no to the choice. Now, Jack Kornfield wrote, "When we ask, am I following a path with heart? Somewhere within us an answer will come, and understanding will arise. If we are still and listen deeply, even for a moment, we will know if we are following a path with heart." So that's a very good description of thinking about the path with heart, which is using your heart to tell you if a choice is right or wrong for you. Your heart is connected to your soul or higher self or universe, and they have access to all knowledge and truth. Your heart knows what is best for you and for others that the choice will affect, and it does so without logical analysis or debate. The path of joy. The path of joy is one in which you choose to be in the state of joy at all times and unconditionally. Joy is being in love with life, even when conditions are not what you desire. It is choosing the wonderful state of joy for yourself, even when, or especially when, conditions cause you to feel pain or fear or anxiety. As Jean Houston has said, practicing joy provides an ever-increasing wave of happiness to move out through the world and to do what it is you have come to do and be. It is a force. It creates a force field stimulating more and more of itself. Joy is not just a selfish choice because it spreads outward from you into the world around you. It is a force that calls us to aliveness, awareness, and growth. Knowing your purpose. Now, knowing your purpose is something you want, something you need, because it is powerful. It gives you an overarching meaning and direction for your life. So if you haven't already, it is important to take time out to get clear about your purpose or mission in life. Why? Because knowing your purpose, envisioning what it means to you, and living true to it will move you steadily toward your true success. Kalam Anji Reddy said this: "Everyone has a purpose in life and a unique talent to give to others. And when we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and exaltation of our own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals." So that's a good quotation, but let me say that you can't figure out your purpose through mental analysis. Finding your purpose requires you to listen to your heart. It is something you are passionate about, and it may be something big, can be expressed through multiple kinds of doing. And, oftentimes it's stated as your purpose is a unique talent, but I believe you can have multiple talents, or you can have different talents at different stages in your life. Conscious co-creation. It is the process of intelligent beings such as ourselves perceiving the universe, that is, choosing to see it in a certain way, and universal consciousness responding by allowing you to experience the universe in exactly that way. So what this says is that the universe is created by our perceptions of it. The universe is not fixed. Every person perceives the universe in a different way. And in actuality, we create it by how we perceive it and the choices we make. And all of this comes about because we are not separate from the universe. We are in the universe, and the universe is in us. We are part of an interwoven whole, WHOLE, that is holographic. And we directly affect the universe and how it appears to us by the choices we make. Co-creation occurs at the level of the quantum field. The quantum field is at the interface between universal consciousness, which is the creative force, and the physical realm. You can directly affect what you experience in the universe by learning to interact with the quantum field in more conscious ways. And that's what conscious choosing is all about. As you become more aware, more conscious of your choices, this co-creation process will begin to happen such that you see more clearly the connection between your choices and your results. Choosing to awaken. Awakening is a process of becoming more awake or enlightened. There is a widely held belief that this is something spiritually magical, if you will, that suddenly switches a person into a fully enlightened state. And I think that does occur for the rare few people. But what I have learned in my own experience and in my research is that for most people, awakening occurs in steps and stages and is very much affected by consciously choosing it to happen. So as we develop higher levels of consciousness, i.e. live with more conscious awareness, you can experience higher states of awakening. And that means you understand more and have integrated greater insights and knowing into yourself at each higher level of awakening. And at each higher level, you're able to perceive more about life and about the world around you and about yourself. Choosing to embrace life is another practice that is a variation. You choose to embrace life, and that helps you engage in life more with even greater attention and intention. It deepens conscious choice making, and it can potentially raise or strengthen the quality of your awakenings. So now I want to tell you about my new program that is coming soon, called The Spiritual Path to Success. It will provide in-depth training in all 8 techniques that I have outlined in this blueprint. Now, do you see that the 8 techniques integrate into something much larger, a greater whole, WHOLE? As you use these techniques to live consciously and joyfully, you too will become a lover of life, one who has the power to change the world. So these are not 8 techniques that are independent of each other. These are 8 techniques that I have developed in part, or that I have used as part of a larger whole of becoming more consciously alive. And I hope this appeals to you as well. Become a lover of life, one who has the power to change the world. So be looking for more information very soon, primarily in the Live Your Success email newsletter. Thank you. I hope you have a great day and a great life.